Hi again. Yes, it's another video. A bit unusual for me to do so many videos in such a short time, but I'm just doing this as a quick part 2 video of if you've seen my recent video on this wheel, Srw-S1, I explained about how crap the original gear levers were. So what I've done is I've been on a bit of a bidding wars, I'm afraid, on eBay, and I bought another G25, and I won the bid, obviously, because I've got the another set of paddles and the boss that goes on the back of it. Yeah, I won a really nice set. It's a G25, obviously. It's a nice set. I mean, these, I don't know if you can see, they've hardly been used. They've hardly been used at all. So I'm hoping that the potentiometers, I mean, the guy's not even put a brake mod on the G25. But I won the bid, and I'm afraid I paid just over £100 for it. There's about 6 or 7 of us bidding at the weekend, and I wanted a second one just in case. Obviously, you know, my G25 that I've got on my rig explodes and goes kaput, so I thought I'll get it. And while I was thinking about getting it, I thought, get rid of that horrible gear selector mechanism that's on the Srw. And now, if you can hear, I've got a real nice gear selections now. So I'm really, and I've tested it. Obviously, I tested it before I've just got to tidy that wire up now, because it used to wrap round the 3 studs that are on the back of the quick release system. So I'll explain a little bit of that in a bit. But what I did was, while I was taking all this off, the wheel off, I took the top off and went inside it, and it's absolutely like new. I've checked the what do you call it? I was going to say decoder. Encoder, is it? Encoder? Bloody hell, I should know, shouldn't I? Encoder, I think it is, yeah. I checked that, and it's perfect. And the one that I took out of my original one was also perfect, that I swapped for a proper brass one. So I've really got 2 encoders now. I know they're plastic, but God, my phone keeps going off and on. But I, like I say, I took it off. That's just thrown me now, that text. Took this apart, checked it all. If you look in one of my other videos on my G25, the casing inside where the bearing is housed was all cracked on mine, and I obviously resoldered it, well, hot metal solder, you know, pointed solder onto it, and melted it. This was perfect. Again, I've tested it on my wheel, put it on the rig and tested it, and it's fine. It calibrates really well. It ends where it should do, in the middle. So I'm really pleased. Alright, it cost, you know, I could have put another couple of £100 maybe and got myself a Thrustmaster, but I just love this G25, and obviously this system here. But what I had to do, I had to be a little bit drastic. This is the wheel, the controller board for the gear selectors. This is what came out of the new wheel. I've got 2 now, haven't I? I'm just trying to think where I am. Yeah. There's a guy on the internet site, is it Race Department, that did exactly this kind of mod with this exact system, but he mounted this plastic thing, the back of the G25 paddle housing. He somehow screwed it from inside of the SRW through the plastic, and I just didn't think that might wobble a bit. So what I've done is I've kept the metal housing that comes with the quick release from Simulage. I've kept the metal housing on and screwed it through. What's holding all this together, this and the plate, is just all these bolts, which is why I've put bolts through instead of those little silly screws I told you about in my last video. So I've kept the housing that comes with the quick release, and what I've had to do, unfortunately this board, 3 bolts, there's one there, and one about here that screw into the back. If you imagine, well, I suppose you can imagine. As you can see here, look, I filed that one round so I could get the bolt through. But if you look on the other side, if you look on, it probably won't. Yeah, the very end trace, you can see. Obviously, that goes in line with the bolt that goes through to hold the plate to the back of the wheel. So what I've had to do is I've had to file that right the way through there and break that trace. So what I ended up doing, and I thought, is it where you can see it better now? Excuse me. Let me just get a little screwdriver. You can see that trace there. I had to make a big circle around there, that came sort of in between these 2 traces. So what I've done is I've just soldered a piece of wire from there to there, thinking, oh my god, I hope I've not knackered it now, and it's fine. So I've got an absolutely solid connection now, screw through 3 long screws instead of screwing through the back of the plastic on the SWR into this boss. Now that all this is screwed through where they sit inside the plastic boss on the G25 part. So I'm really happy now. So when it's mounted, it's really solid instead of maybe wobbling a bit with that metal plate not being there. So I've got rid of that horrible, really crappy, shitty gear lever that comes with the SRW. Alright, I've lost the obviously the 2 gear paddles you're going to lose, but I've also had to junk the throttle and the brake thing, which I did use in a couple of games for looking left and looking right, because it did it progressively, which was really nice. And you can see the holes, and there's those horrible nasty buttons that make the gear lever work when you've got the plastic paddles on. So F off to that, without swearing. I've been absolutely gritting my teeth over every time I play with this wheel. I've got to use the crappy gears when I'm running Formula 1 cars or Formula 2, Formula 3, which is why I use this rim. Obviously this one I don't need the paddles for this. I use the my sequential gear shifter, the DSD gear shifter, sorry. So for my GT cars. So yeah, I'm really happy. I know it's cost me over £100 for a second-hand G25, and I'm telling you, the G25, I think it's still got it. I mean, the force feedback with this wheel, because it's smaller, is absolutely solid, and it doesn't stick out anymore. I don't think it does. Not really tested it, but like I say, I've had it on the wheel and it runs brilliant, and it looks quite nice as well, doesn't it? It looks a little bit sort of beefier now because it's got these proper paddles on it, so they're the shitty things that were on there before. So yeah, I thought I'd just do this quick update video. Yeah, also I did say that I was putting a badge on the front just to cover that. It's a little steel badge. AC Schnitzer. Couldn't really decide if BMW or a Mercedes or I don't know. I was looking and looking and looking, but I thought, now I'll get just a little black badge and it fills it out nicely. So yeah, that's another video. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'll probably keep that as a spare in case there you go on there, the one that's in there. So yeah, thanks for watching, and thumbs up or thumbs down either way, and if you want to ask any questions, feel free. Okay, thanks a lot.